for this?
Are you ready for it?
You need to be ready for this.
I'm never ready. I'm ready.
Okay, so the task for today, it's a big task. Miles and I are gonna go through, I'm also like telling Miles as I'm telling you guys. You're like my producer behind the camera. But stand over here, this is the interview island.
Okay.
We're gonna go through every single item of clothing and we're gonna sort through it. Like we're gonna Marie Kondo it. We're gonna be like, do we enjoy this piece of clothing? Have we worn it in the last year? Is it worth moving it across the country? If no, if it is not worth moving across the country, if it does not give us joy, we put it in a pile on the floor and we donate it. If yes, if we do think it's worth moving across the country, we have two choices. This is where the two choices come in. We need to decide if this is an item of clothing we're gonna wear in the next 2 weeks, or if this is just an item of clothing that we want to appear in our new apartment. So, when we see said piece of clothing, we're gonna say, okay, do I need this in the next 2 weeks? If yes, we're gonna pack ourselves a little suitcase. We're gonna make ourselves a little capsule wardrobe of our entire closet for us to live out of for the next, it's really like a week. It's a week left in this apartment, but then we're gonna be in Milwaukee for a week. So it's like, I guess 2 weeks, but we would have to pack a suitcase for Milwaukee anyways. So it's basically like packing our suitcase for Milwaukee a little earlier. If we don't want it for Milwaukee or for the next week here in this apartment, we are going to pack it away. Miles has some extra suitcases, so we're gonna fill those first. I also bought, let me show you. I'm not gonna open this until we totally decide we need them, because if we don't need them, I'm just gonna return them. But these are moving bags. And I've heard that these can be very convenient, especially for stuff like clothing that doesn't need to be like packed and like wrapped with bubble wrap and stuff like that. Like stuff that doesn't need to be protected. This can be a good solution because it has handles and you can just kind of like shove stuff in there and then you can grab it and move it easily. So we're gonna fill up the suitcases we have and we're gonna see if we need these. But yeah, today is like the ultimate closet clean out. I mean, honestly, the goal for today is that like the closet will probably be empty, right?
Empty.
Because we're gonna be packing away everything no matter what. It just depends where we pack it. It's either gonna be in a donation pile, a pack for the shipping container pile, or a pack for the next few weeks pile, like suitcase. But I guess we can leave the stuff we want for the next 2 weeks hanging dresser if we want. Oh. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You do you. You choose your own adventure with that.
Woo!
I don't know what I'm gonna do yet. But yeah. Welcome to moving vlog. I think this is moving vlog 3. I think this is moving vlog 3. I'm just filming every day, you guys. And I'm just bringing you along for the chaos that is packing up my entire life moving across the country. Okay, so let's get into it. Day 3. Well, not day 3. Moving vlog 3. Closet clean out. Let's do it. Okay, we're making progress. All of this is donate, and then all of this is packed clothes for Miles and I that we're gonna put in the storage unit. It's honestly, it was so hard for me to not be delusional with this get rid of pile because I'm moving somewhere that has completely different weather than I live in now. So now I'm like even more delusional of like, oh, I'm gonna need this jacket that I haven't touched in 2 years because I'm moving somewhere cold. It was very hard to be cutthroat about this, but I think I was very cutthroat. This is our pile of discarded hangers, Miles's hats, and then I have, this is like my very unorganized pile of things that I think I'm gonna keep out for the next few weeks. And I think, I don't know, this is very extra, but I kind of want to get all new hangers when we get there because there's nothing, yeah, it is a little extra, but there's nothing better than all matching hangers. And I was talking to my friend, she just moved into a house and she was talking about how she organized everything on matching hangers, and I was like, that sounds amazing, I want to do that. So I'm gonna decide on the hangers. We'll see. Hangers are also kind of like hard to pack. I mean, not really, I'm just kind of justifying getting new hangers at this point. I also want to mention that in moves past, I did do the hack where you leave your clothes hanging and then you put a trash bag just over the clothes and you kind of like tie it up and then you just like throw it in the back of a car. I think that method is so like easy, foolproof, but that method made a lot of sense when I was moving like 10 minutes and things needed to only be secure for about 10 minutes in a car. Like that made a lot of sense for that type of move. But for a cross-country move, having things just like in trash bags and then throwing them in the back of a car or just like in a storage unit, it's not gonna work the same. So that's why we are actually taking everything off hangers and packing them. I've also learned that Miles is a pack rat.
What?
Miles is a hoarder.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
It's not hoarding, it's selective weird things I want to keep. But I don't have a high volume of them. They should come up with a name for that.
Miles has like, what would you say, 10 pairs of cleats from soccer from like his entire life.
They're all really nice.
he's like, this is a really expensive pair of shoes. I'm like, I know, but do you wear them?
I will. When I get back into playing.
You're gonna wear all 10 pairs when you get back into playing.
Or they'll just become
relics.
No.
Should we like create a display case? That could be kind of cool, like a wall of shoes.
Like some of those shoes will be, they already are discontinued and they've never been worn. So people are like kind of,
you didn't even wear them?
Well, I had like 5 pairs of like free cleats all the time that I didn't wear. So, you know, some of them are very nice and never worn. That's what I'm saying. That's
this is a perfect example of like, you gotta choose your battles, guys. I'm not gonna not let him bring these shoes.
Yes.
You know, like, it is what it is. It's a little weird, but it is what it is.
Imagine if you went on like a website where they had, you know, limited edition, never worn 2015 Adidas Predators.
That would be crazy. Now I am going to go through my shoes. And if you guys remember from a long time ago, actually,
long time ago,
maybe like a year ago, I went through and decluttered like all of my wardrobe, all of my shoes, and I ended up with two.
Where's the link for that video?
Down below.
Oh!
Subscribe. I gotta remember to put that down below now. But if you remember that video, if you've been around for that long, you will remember that I decluttered so well that I have like 2 empty bins, and I kept them for a time when we would move. So now I'm gonna go through all the bins of the shoes that are already in bins, and then I'm gonna go through my shoes that are not in bins and put them in the empty bins, and then shoes and like under the bed will be good to go as well. These are the chicken curry rolls from Goop Kitchen. They are so good. It's a while later. I am less of a mess. I mean, I'm still a mess on the inside, but I look a little better. I'll be real, right when we finished lunch, I got in the shower. I took an everything shower, and then I got in bed and just like chilled for like a straight hour. I did end up editing a lot of my next video. It's my announcement video where I say we're moving. I did end up getting a lot of that editing done, but I did do it from bed in like a dark room. I closed the shades. I needed some just like decompression time. Sometimes you need that after a packing day like we had. We made so much progress, so I want to show you what we did. First of all, look at this closet. It is so empty in here. Basically, both of us just have like a capsule. Miles is so much smaller than mine, but basically we just have like a capsule wardrobe that we are going to pull from for this next week and that we are going to wear when we are in Milwaukee for Labor Day. And so these are just kind of like my go-to items. I definitely left a little too much out. I don't need this many clothes for the amount of time we have, but it was kind of hard to decide. But long story short, this closet is very much empty. We have a little pile forming in the hallway over here. This is the stuff that we're going to take in the car with us because we're packing a lot of stuff in a shipping container, but then we're also going to drive my car over. So this is the like more valuable stuff that we want to take in the car with us. Then as we come over here, we're going to get rid of this dresser. This was in the closet. We don't need this anymore. I'm also going to get rid of this like jewelry organizer. But then we've got all of this, all packed. Like, how great. Let me tell you, these packing, what are they called? Packing bags, they changed the game. We fit our entire wardrobes, both of us, in these 2 bags, those 4 packing bags, and then we have 2 more over here that are like they're not full at all. Let me turn off this fan. There's a lot of leftover space in these 2 bags. These are both, I'd say, like 70% full, so I think I can probably put a lot of the stuff I have hanging after, you know, I've been realistic of what I'm actually gonna wear. I can probably pack some of that stuff away in here too. And then all of my shoes fit in here. And we ended up with 3 empty containers still that we can now use for whatever we want. I think these are gonna come in handy for the side closet of our second bedroom or for the kitchen stuff. So we have a lot of extra places to pack there. Yeah, you guys, I'm feeling like we have made a ton of progress, and I have to be real, when we kind of finished our packing this afternoon, I had a bit of a like emotional moment seeing the closet like that, I think. And like, packing clothes is a different type of packing than packing stuff. Like, packing stuff, it's just stuff, you know, like at the end of the day, it's just like things, and obviously you can have emotional connections to things, but I feel like clothing in a place is what really signifies it as a home. I mean, stuff does too, but you don't like need stuff to live, you know what I mean? Stuff is nice, stuff creates a vibe, stuff is like a necessary thing for me in terms of like decor, like that is necessary for me in terms of living. But when it comes to actually like what you need to survive, stuff doesn't fall in that category. Clothing, on the other hand, you need clothing in the place that you're going to be living. And so packing up clothing, it really like signified to my brain like, oh, we are making this place less and less of our like home. You know what I mean? And it just kind of hit me. It feels way more real now. I think this is the realest that moving feels so far. And I'm so excited. I know that this is the right move for us. I know that this is going to be such an exciting adventure, but I am so like nostalgic, I guess is the word, sentimental. I'm also just like, I don't know, it's a big change. And sometimes big changes like that, as much as you know they're a right change, they can feel a little overwhelming. Like, I was talking to Miles and I was like, it's so cool that we just like made this decision and we were in control of everything. We, you know, he got the job offer, we made the decision to take it, we quickly jumped into action and started looking at apartments. We, you know, chose a part of Chicago that we're gonna live in. We chose an apartment. We chose we chose and decided everything, which is really cool and really fulfilling that like we have so much autonomy over our own lives. Like, that feels really good. But then I was like, it's also so scary that like I'm in control. Like, it's great that we're in control of everything, but like I'm in control of everything. Like, it's both an exciting thing and a scary thing. And I was just talking to Miles about how like I feel both so capable and so fragile sometimes, just because of how much I think about things. Like, I feel so capable and so prepared and so on top of moving. I feel like we're in a really good spot. I feel like I've rose to the occasion. I feel like we've both been acting as a team in order to get everything done that we need to get done. And as of right now, we're packing on a very good timeline to do this in a way that doesn't feel overwhelming, that doesn't feel stressful. Like, we're doing really good. But also, like, because I think so deeply about stuff, I'm just like so fragile emotionally sometimes. And so it's like weird that I'm like, I'm so capable, but I'm so emotional. It's a double-edged sword. But this is why I think you have to shake things up in life, because as much as I knew that about myself before, like through things like this and through this process, like I'm learning more and more about myself. And so that's why, you know, change is a scary thing, but change is, I think, necessary to grow, and it can help you understand yourself more, and it can help you just like feel more assured in yourself and who you are. What did you say earlier? It was like Miles said something very profound earlier. You said something like stage.
More profound than normal.
Yeah, he's not always profound. No, I'm kidding. No, it was something about, you were like, because I was talking about like chapters in life and like, I hope the next chapter is a good one. He said that you don't want to look back in life and see that one chapter was your entire book. That's what you said.
Oh,
like, how profound is that?
Let's go.
Like, wow. But that really stuck with me because it got me thinking, like, LA has been a really good chapter. And as much as it's been a good chapter, it is not the whole book. And in order to get the whole book, you need to go into a different chapter. You need to turn the page. And that's kind of what Chicago is for us. It's a turning of a page. It's entering a new chapter. It's not saying that we'll never revisit LA. And it's not to say that, you know, we're moving to Chicago and we're going to live there for the rest of our lives and this is where we're ending up. That's not what it is. It's just simply the next chapter. But it's still very important to have these different chapters in life to, you know, learn your entire story. So yeah, I think my emotions also arose because tonight we are gathering with a bunch of friends and we'll see what happens over the next week and maybe next weekend, but this could potentially be the last time that we see some of our friends before we move. So I think I was just thinking about that as well. Tonight's gonna be fun, it's gonna be good, but I don't know, you guys. I'm a sentimental person about things, about places, but I'm extremely sentimental about people. And we have so many great friends in LA. We have such a great community. So it just feels, I don't know, a lot of emotions are going on. And we'll obviously see all these people, whether we live in LA or not. We have, you know, the kind of friendships with all of them that we will travel, we will visit, we will see them for things like our wedding and stuff like that. Like, this doesn't mean goodbye forever, but it does mean entering a different chapter with those friendships as well. One of our friends, Alex, she sent us, I don't know why she did this to me. If you're watching this, like, come on. But she sent a TikTok that said, it was like a group of friends or something, and it was like, hey, do you want to come over? And it was, and then it showed like a map, and it was like, yeah, I'll be there in 12 minutes. And it showed the distance between like their two apartments or houses in the same city. And it was like, do you want to come over? Yeah, I'll be there in 12 minutes. And then the next one was like, do you want to come over? And then it showed this whole distance across the country, and it was like, yeah, I'll be there in 2 days or something like that. And I was like, we're gonna have friendships with these people, we're gonna be talking to these people, we're gonna have relationships with these people, but it's gonna be different. It's not gonna be a, hey, wanna grab dinner type of relationship. It's gonna be like a, hey, let's go on vacation, or, you know, do you want to come visit us? Do we want to come visit you? It's not a morning of friendships, but it's a morning in the type of friendships. And it's just, I don't know, I'm a reflective person, as you can tell. So yeah, we're gonna do that tonight. We're gonna meet everyone at a bar. I think Miles and I are probably gonna go there early. Do you want to go get dinner there?
Yeah, or we could go somewhere adjacent or whatever.
Oh yeah, maybe we'll go early, get dinner somewhere either there or around there. And then tomorrow, we never got to the side closet, and that was on my list for this weekend, so I really want to get to that tomorrow. I also need to figure out some stuff with my car tomorrow. So this is a letter to my future self. Tessa, you better not have too good of a time tonight, if you know what I mean. You better be alive tomorrow, because I got stuff to do. We got stuff to do. But I mean, whatever happens, happens. You know, we gotta make some last memories, you know. Will a hangover be part of those memories? I hope not.